Hi, boys and girls. Okay, today we're doing Chapter 6, Lesson 8. This is multiples of 10. We're going to be doing pages 339 to 340. So, multiples. What is a multiple? Oops, try to pull out my pen again. I keep forgetting to do that. Okay, so a multiple, like you might guess, has something to do with multiplying because it is actually the base word of multiply. Okay, so anytime you multiply two numbers, that will equal a multiple of one of those numbers. So for example, let me extend my, I just need to scroll down. So when we think about our multiplication sentence frame, we already know that we've learned that this is groups or rows. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Groups of or rows of items in each group, which is a total. We have also learned that these first two numbers are called factors. So you multiply two factors and it equals the product. Okay, and you can also call that a multiple. Okay, so let me give you an example. 2 times 3 equals 6. So you can say 6 is a multiple of 2 because you multiply 2 by a number and you get 6. You can also say that 6, I'm going to make these little repeat dots. You don't have to watch me keep writing the same words over and over again. 6 is a multiple of 3 as well because you multiply a number by 3 and you get 6. So that is what a multiple is. Same thing as a product. Okay, let's talk a little bit about place value. So, because in order to be successful with this, lesson, you need to understand place value. So this is a bar that has, this is a tens bar. Okay, so when you are multiplying 2 times 10, you're really making 2 tens. Oops, sorry. Let me undo that. Okay. So 2 times 10, you have 2 tens, 10, 20. So that equals 20. Okay, if you are multiplying two groups of 20, okay, here you have one group of 20. Now you have two groups of 20. So 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, two groups of 2 is 4, but this is really 2 tens. It's two groups of 2 tens, which equals 4 tens. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens total, which is 40. Okay, 2 times 2 tens equals 40. Okay, same thing works for hundreds. Okay, all right, so let's get into our actual math pages. We're doing multiples of 10. So the product of a given number, such as 10 and another number, is a multiple. You can use a basic fact and patterns of zeros to mentally find multiples of 10. So let's look at example number 1. A new hotel has 3 floors. There are 20 rooms on each floor. What is the total number of rooms in the hotel? So we're going to find 3 times 20. 20 is a multiple of 10 since 2 times 10 equals 20. So one way to do it, whoops, sorry, the page jumped when I touched it. So one way is to use the basic fact and patterns. So your basic fact is 3 times 2 equals 6. So 3 times 20 then equals 60. Okay? Another way is to think of 3 times 20 as 3 times 2 tens, and that's what I was showing you in the mini lesson. Use base 10 blocks to model 3 equal groups of 2 tens. Draw your model at the right. So we want 3 tens, so I'm going to draw 3 10 bars, and I need 2 groups of those, right? Wait, 3 equal groups of 2 tens. Sorry, got to slow down, reading wrong. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so I've got 3 equal groups of 2 tens. So here's 2 tens, that's one group. Here's 2 tens, there's the second group. 2 tens, there's the third group. That's 3 groups of 2 tens. So I've got 20 plus 20 plus 20, which equals 60. So 3 times 2 tens is 6 tens, because I have 6 tens here. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 tens. So 3 times 20 is 60. 6 tens is 60. So let's check for reasonableness. Let's use repeated addition. Look, I did right here. 20 plus 20 plus 20 equals 60. Oops, I almost wrote 64. There you go. Okay, next page. Properties can be used to multiply a number by a multiple of 10. Ellie is buying 2 bags of beads to add to her bead collection. Each bag has 40 beads. How many beads is Ellie buying? So you want to find 2 times 40. So 2 times 40 is the same as 2 times 4 times 10. Now, where did they get that from? Well, I know that 40 is the same as 4 times 10. This is how you write it out mathematically. This is called the distributive property, where you are breaking apart a number, you're decomposing a number into 2 smaller numbers. So 2 times 40 is the same as 2 times 4 times 10. That's 40 right there. Now I can move the parentheses according to the associative property. So I can move the parentheses over to 2 times 4, which is 8 times 10, which makes it 80. Let me talk about that again. This is distributive property right here. Let me use a different color. Okay, this is distributive property because you're decomposing a number into 2 easier numbers to use. So you write 40 as 4 times 10. Okay, now you're going to use associative property to move those parentheses over, because associative property says you can group factors in any order you want in order to get an answer. So you want to make it easier on yourself. So we're going to find 2 times 4 first. So we move the parentheses over to 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and then times 10, and 8 times 10 is 80. So Ellie is buying 80 beads. Okay, find the unknown in 4 times 50. So 4 times 50 equals 200. Sometimes the basic fact has a 0. Keep that 0, then add the other 0. Okay, so 4 times 5 tens equals 20 tens. So let's look at this. 4 times 50, 50 already has a 0, so you need to keep that 0. 4 times 5 is 20, and then you have the second 0. That didn't come out right. Let me try that again. Okay, 4 times 50 equals 200. Okay, so 4 times 5 is 20. That gives you a 0 right there. You have to keep that 0. This 0 then goes on the end because this is not 4 times 5, it's 4 times 5 tens. So 4 times 5 tens is 20 tens. And when you have 20 tens, you have to carry the 2 to the hundreds place. This would be easier if they gave us a place value chart. Let me do this really quickly. Okay, so here's a place value chart. I've got ones here, I've got tens here, and I've got hundreds here. Okay, 4 times 5 tens is 20 tens. So I put down the 0 in the tens place, and I have to regroup the 2 in there to make 2 hundreds. Okay, and then because it's tens, I have 0 in the ones place, so it's 200. So we'll keep doing that. It'll get easier. It's a really hard concept. Okay, if you got it though, good for you. So 4 times 50 is 200. So the unknown is 200. Okay, guided practice. Multiply using place value. 2 times 20 is the same as 2 times 2 tens. 20 is 2 tens. Think about your base 10 blocks, your 2 sticks of 10. All right, so we have 2 tens. So 2 times 20 is 40. That's wrong. Hold on, I goofed. Okay, it didn't behave the way I expected it to. Okay, so 2 times 2 tens is 4 tens. Sorry, I goofed. 4 tens, which is 40. It suddenly did not make sense to me. Okay, so let's try this one. Hopefully it goes a little bit more smoothly. 5 times 60 is the same as 5 times 6 tens. If you count up 6 fingers by tens, you'll get to 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, 5 times 6 tens is 30 tens. Okay, this number right here you get from multiplying these two. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 6 tens is 30 tens. So 30 tens, remember our place value chart, it is 3 in the hundreds place, 0 in the tens place, 0 in the ones place, 300. Okay, and that is doing multiples of 10.